First Chronicles 1. The descendant of Adam. Adam was the father of Seth, and his descendants were Enoch, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, and Noah, who had three sons, Sem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth was the father of Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras, and they were the ancestors of the kingdoms named after them. Gomer was the ancestor of Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Tagarma. Javan was the ancestor of Elisha, Tashish, Kittim, and Dodanim. Ham was the father of Ethiopia, Egypt, Put, and Canaan, and they were the ancestor of the kingdoms of named after them. Ethiopia was the ancestor of Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteka. Ramah was the ancestor of Seba and Dedan. Ethiopia was also the father of Nimrod and the world's first mighty warrior. Egypt was the ancestor of Rudin and Anamim, Rehabim, Neptuhim, Patrusim, Kaluhim, and Captorim, and the ancestor of the Palestines. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon. His other son was Heth. Canaan was also the ancestor of the Jebusite and Amorite and Girgasite and Hivite and Arkite, the Sinite and Arvadite and Jemarite and Hamathite. Sem was the ancestor of Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, Aram, Uz, Ho, Kedar, and Mesech. They were the ancestor of the kingdoms named after them. Arpachshad was Selah's father and Eber's grandfather. Eber named his first son Peleg because in his time the earth was divided into tribal regions. Eber's second son was the Joktan, the ancestor of Almonad, Selek, Hajar Maveb, Zerah, Hadoram, Uzzah, Dikla, Ibar, Abimael, Seba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jabab. Sam's descendants included Arpachshad, Selah, Eba, Peleg, Sirach, Nahor, Terah, and Abram, later renamed Abram. Abram's family. Abram was the father of Isaac and Ismail. Ismail had 12 sons who were born in the following order: Nebaioth, Kedar, Avil, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Masa, Heda, Tema, Jitur, Napish, and Kedema. Abraham and his slave woman Keturah had 6 sons: Jimran, Jokshan, Medan, Median, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. Median was the father of Ephah, Eper, Hanok, Abda, and Erda. Esau's family. Abraham's son Isaac was the father of Esau and Jacob. Esau was the father of Eliphaz, Ruel, Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. Eliphaz was the father of Teman, Omar, Jepai, Getam, Kenaz, Timnah, and Amalek. Ruel was the father of Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mijah. The first Edomites, their kings. Shur was the father of Lotan, Shobal, Gibeon, Anah, Dishon, Elzer, and Dishan. Lotan was the father of Hori and Homan. Lotan's sister was Timnah. Shobal was the father of Aravan, Manasseh, Erba, Ibar, Shepi, and Onam. Jebon was the father of Aiah and Anna. Anna was the father of Dishon and the grandfather of Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Cheran. Ezer was the father of Bilhan, Javan, and Jakan. Dishan was the father of Uz and Aran. Before kings ruled in Israel, Bela, son of Beor, ruled the country of Edom from its capital of Dinhabah. After Belak's death, Jobab, son of Zillah, from Bozrah, became king. After Jobab's death, Husham from the land of Teman became king. After Husham's death, Hadad, son of Bedad, became king of Lud from Avith. Earlier, Bedad had defeated the Midianites in the territory of Moab. After Hadad's death, Samlas from Masrekah became king. After Samlas' death, Shaul from the town of Rehoboth on the Euphrates River became king, and after Shaul's death, Hanan, son of Akbor, became king. After Hanan's death, Hadad ruled from Pai. His wife was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matrad and granddaughters of Mejahab. The Edomite clans were Timnah, Arva, Jedeth, Aholibama, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Tenam, Bizjar, Megdiel, and Aram. Chronicles 2. Descendant of Judah. Jacob was the father of 12 sons: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Judah and his Canaanite wife Bathsheba had 3 sons: Er, Onan, and Shelah. But the Lord had put to death because he disobeyed and did what the Lord hated. Judah and his daughter-in-law Tamar also had 2 sons, Perez and Zerah. Perez was the father of Hezron and Hamul. Zerah was the father of Jimri, Ethan, Heman, Kalkol, and Darda. Achan, who was the descendant of Zerah and the son of Carmi, caused trouble for Israel because he kept for himself things that belonged only to the Lord. Ethan's son was Azariah. The ancestors King David. Hezron was the father of Jerahmeel, Ram, and Caleb. Ram was the father of Aminadab and the grandfather of Nahshon, a tribal leader of Judah. Nahshon's descendants included Salma, Boaz, Obed, and Ise. Ise had 7 sons who were born in the following order: Eliab, Abinadab, Simea, Nethanel, Redai, Ozman, and David. Ise also had 2 daughters, Zeruiah and Abigail. Zeruiah was the mother of Abishai, Joab, and Asahel. Abigail's husband was Jether, who was the descendant of Ashimeo, and their son was Amasa, the descendant of Hezron. Hezron's son Caleb married Azubah, and their daughters was Jerioth, the mother of Jeshur, Shobab, and Ardan. After the death of Azubah, Caleb married Aprath. Their son Hur was the father of Uri and the grandfather of Bezaiah. When Hezron was 60 years old, he married the daughter of Machir, who settled the region of Gilead. Their son Segab was the father of Jair, who ruled 23 villages in the region of Gilead. Sometime later, the nation of Geshur and Aram captured 60 towns in that region, including the village that belonged to Jair, as well as the town of Kenath and the nearby villages. Everyone from the region of Gilead was the descendant of Machir. After the death of Hezron, Caleb married Aprath, his father's wife. Their son was Ashohapur, who later settled the town of Kekoa, the descendant of Jerahmeel. Jerahmeel, Hezron's oldest son, who was the father of Ram, Bunah, Oren, Azem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had a second wife, Atara, who gave birth to Onan. Ram was the father of Maz, Jamin, and Eker. Onam was the father of Samai and Jabda. Samai was the father of Nadab and Abishur. Abishur married Abihail, and their two sons were Abban and Morid. Nadab was the father of Seled and Apim. Seled had no children. Apim's son was Ish, the father of Sekshan and the grandfather of Ali. Jada was the father of Jeder and Jonathan. Jeder had no children, but Jonathan had two sons, Peles and Jaja. Sehab had no sons, and so he let one of his daughters marry Jarha, his Egyptian slave. Their son was Attai, the father of Nadan and the grandfather of Jabad. Jabad's descendants included Epala, Obed, Jehu, Ajariah, Helez, Elsa, Sismai, Shalom, Jachamiah, and Elishama, the descendants of Caleb. Ismail's brother had the following descendants: Mesha, Jib, Maresha, Hebron, and Hebron's four sons, Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Sema. Sema was the father of Rama and the grandfather of Jarkim. Rechem was the father of Samai and the grandfather of Maon and the great-grandfather of Bethjur. Epa was the one of Caleb's wives, and their sons were Haran, Moza, and Gazez. Haran named his son after his brother Gazez. Epa was the daughter of Jadai, who was also the father of Regem, Jodam, Seshan, Pered, and Shara. Makkah was another of Caleb's wives, and their sons were Sheber and Tiramna. Later they had two more sons, Shap, the father of Madnaha, and Seba, and father of Makbena and Gibeah. Caleb's daughter was Asha. All of these were Caleb's descendants. Hur, the oldest son of Caleb and Ephrath, had three sons, Shobal, Salma, and Harab, who settled the town of Bethgava. Shobal, who settled the town of Kiriath Jearim, was the ancestor of Haroth, half of the Menuh's clan, and the clans that lived near Kiriath Jearim. They were the Ithrite and Puttite, the Shumatite, and the Mishraite. The Jorathite and Ashtaolite were descendants of the Mishraite. Salma settled the town of Bethlehem and was the ancestor of the Netophathite. The people of Atrath, Beth-Job, half of the Manahathite clan, and Jorite. Salma was also ancestor of clans in the Jabez that kept the quarter And government records they were the Tirahites, the Shimneites, and the Sukkatites. These clans were the descendants of Hamath the Kenite, who was also the ancestor of the Rechabites.